Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Drunken Zombies Podcast, your daily dose of blood, guts, and twisted fun. You know,
That's right.
we love zombies and we love hearing about them. We love hearing about
being scared of them.
people trying to survive them and usually
failing miserably.
always failing.
So every day we bring you another terrifying new zombie story with suspense horror and a little twisted fun.
A little twisted fun.
I am joined, as always,
Of course.
by our resident expert in all things undead, the analytical mind behind the madness.
That would be me.
It is
Julia.
It is Julia.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Glad to be back with you all again.
Yes, always great to have you here.
Always ready to analyze the madness as always.
I love it. Before we get started, make sure you rate and follow
Yes.
the Drunken Zombies podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Do it.
It helps keep the zombies at bay, or at least it helps us make more episodes. So,
Keeps those zombies away.
you know, it's a win-win.
For everybody. All right, so today's story comes from a fascinating collection of excerpts that you guys sent us.
Yes.
And it details.
Oh, this is a fun one.
It is. It's a fun one.
Yes.
The unusual case of Mortimer Slinks.
I love Mortimer.
Mortimer Slinks.
It's a great name.
Such a great name. It's like a
Very Dickensian.
Dickensian
Yeah.
horror.
Yeah.
A necromancer with a distinct aversion
Oh, yes.
to exertion.
He does not like to move.
He does not like to move at all.
Nope.
So tell us what are we dealing with here?
Okay, so we've got Mortimer. He is a necromancer.
Oh, okay.
And as you mentioned, he doesn't like to get up.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to do anything. He is all about the easy life, the low effort life,
Right.
the path of least resistance, you know?
Okay.
So he is a necromancer, but he really only uses his powers from the comfort of his very worn
Okay.
velvet sofa in his dusty, chaotic living room.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's amazing.
we're talking about a guy who summons the undead
Right.
to do his grocery shopping.
That's amazing.
So that's the kind of guy he is.
We have excerpts.
We do.
We have maybe stories. We have like
Yeah, we've got like little snippets
and stuff of Mortimer's life.
of his daily life.
Right. But we don't have like a full narrative.
No, we don't have like a full novel or anything. It's
Right.
just these
Yes.
little pieces.
So we're going to do our best to kind of piece
Yeah.
it together and see what we can learn about Mortimer.
And see what we can learn about his unusual approach.
His unusual approach
Yeah.
of necromancy to life.
And necromancy to life and everything in
Yeah.
between.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into it. The excerpts start with
Yes.
describing Mortimer's living space.
Yes. His domain, his kingdom,
His kingdom, right?
his chaotic kingdom.
Forget bubbling cauldrons and dusty tomes
Mhm.
and, skulls and stuff.
None of that.
It is dominated by a well-loved velvet sofa.
Yes.
This is not some forbidding, sanctum of evil magic.
No, it's a place of comfort,
A place of comfort.
albeit a very messy one.
Yes, a very messy one. And there's Mortimer
Yes.
sitting there in his stained purple bathrobe,
Stained purple bathrobe.
reading a book called,
Advanced fleshmancy and
which he considers beginner level.
oh yeah, he's way past that.
He's way past that. And he makes this observation that he finds
Ugh.
the dead more reliable than the living,
Less judgmental, he says.
less judgmental,
Yeah,
which, considering he's just like lounging around a bathrobe,
right, exactly.
that's quite an observation.
Yeah, I mean, who are we to judge?
I know.
Right.
So right away, we're starting to get at this picture
Yes.
of Mortimer as like a very different kind of necromancer.
Very different. This is not your typical,
Right.
evil necromancer trying to take over the world.
Right.
He's much more interested in comfort and convenience.
Comfort and convenience.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the excerpts introduce us to
Yes. Horace the undead butler.
the undead butler.
Yes.
They're
He's
in-
Mortimer's go-to guy for everything.
For everything.
Yeah.
So Mortimer sends Horace
Out to the village,
out to the village
to the grocery store.
to pick up some groceries.
Yeah, because, even necromancers need to eat.
That's true.
Even if it's just Mortimer and he doesn't eat that much,
I guess so.
he still needs groceries.
He still needs groceries.
Okay, but
You know,
Horace goes to the store,
Horace goes to the store.
and it does not go well.
As you can imagine,
Yeah.
a reanimated corpse at the grocery store
Yeah.
doesn't tend to go smoothly.
I would think not.
There's shattered marinara sauce all over the aisle.
Oh,
He consumes a few sausage rolls without paying, in just general chaos and panic.
So this is where we meet Agnes Grumbleton.
Oh, yes. Agnes Grumble.
That's the ever-vigilant neighbor.
She is the one
She sees everything.
who immediately suspects Mortimer
Oh, she knows.
of being behind all of this.
She knows. She's like Mortimer and his infernal connection.
Yeah, she knows. I knew it.
What's going on?
Yeah, she's got him pegged.
So how does Mortimer respond to this accusation?
So, Agnes is causing a scene at the store.
Okay.
She's yelling about zombies and necromancers.
Right.
And poor Horace is just standing there.
Just standing there.
Covered in marinara sauce.
Oh, that's amazing.
With sausage roll crumbs on his
That's so great.
lapel. And Mortimer back home on his sofa.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting these, mental updates from Horace.
Okay.
Like a live feed of the chaos.
Gotcha.
And he's got to do something.
Right.
But he really doesn't want to get up.
Right.
So what does he do?
I don't know. What does he do?
He invents a specialized diet for Horace.
Yeah.
He tells Agnes that Horace is on this very strict diet.
A diet.
A diet.
What kind of diet are we talking about?
Oh, gluten-free, fat-free.
Okay.
Strictly organic.
Okay.
He even uses the shopping list as proof. The shopping list that Horace is currently.
Yes, the shopping list that
Holding them.
Horace is holding that's covered in marinara sauce.
Amazing.
So he's trying to play it off like, oh,
Yeah.
this is all a misunderstanding.
Right.
Horace is just a very health-conscious zombie.
Right, like
A
a
vegan zombie.
vegan zombie, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And Agnes is just like, what?
right.
She's like, zombies can't.
Right? Are zombies even alive, are they?
Right, she's struggling to reconcile the
Mhm.
concept of zombies with the latest dietary trends.
Yeah.
And, you got to give Mortimer credit for thinking on his feet. I mean, he's really committed to this lie.
right.
And it's so absurd and hilarious.
Yeah.
And the excerpts even have this line where Mortimer's like, never underestimate an angry grandmother
Oh, that's great.
with stale biscuits.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Like, he knows he's playing with fire here,
He's playing with fire.
but he's willing to do it
Okay.
from the comfort of his sofa. So he gets Horace out of this situation.
He does. He manages to smooth things over with Agnes for now.
Okay.
But, this incident kind of sets the stage
Shuts the stage.
for the rest of the story.
Gotcha.
It establishes Mortimer's character,
Right.
his laziness, his ingenuity, and the fact that he's not afraid to bend the truth.
He's not afraid to bend the truth.
He'd avoid any real work.
Okay, so at some point, another character enters the scene.
Yes.
Who is this?
This is Lilith.
Lilith.
She arrives at Mortimer's doorstep,
Okay.
unannounced,
Unannounced.
and she is not impressed
With what?
with Mortimer or his messy home.
Right.
I mean, she's like,
Yeah.
this is disgusting. Get this cleaned up. She's
Right.
got like this irritated edge to her.
Right.
She's not here to mess around.
So what is Lilith's deal? What is her role in all this?
So Lilith, she's kind of like an
Excellent.
unofficial representative of
Yeah.
the Necromantic Council,
The Necromantic Council.
Yeah.
So they're like,
the governing body
okay.
of necromancers.
Right.
And they've been hearing rumors
Rumors.
about Mortimer's unusual methods,
Okay.
his unchecked undead.
Right.
Things like the
Oh.
grocery store incident.
Right.
There's talk of walking corpses snatching pies from windowsills.
Okay.
And then there's that whole incident with Mrs. Bickerstaff's poodle.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
So the council's concerned.
The council's concerned. They're like, Mortimer's getting sloppy.
Right.
He's not following the rules.
Right.
He's making necromancers look bad.
Right.
And Lilith is there to kind of
Yeah.
get a handle on the situation.
Okay, so what's Lilith's take on Mortimer's necromancy?
She thinks he's wasting his potential.
Okay.
She believes that necromancy is this powerful art
Right.
that can be used to explore profound mysteries,
Right.
to unlock the secrets of life and death.
Right.
But Mortimer, he's just using it for convenience, for laziness.
Yeah.
She's like, you have this incredible power,
Right.
and you're using it to have a zombie restock your tea supply.
It's such a funny juxtaposition.
It is. It's like the ultimate first world problem
Oh, right.
solved with the ultimate power. It's
Yeah.
just, it's so absurd.
Yeah, it is absurd.
But also kind of brilliant,
I guess so.
in a way.
So does Lilith report back to the council?
She doesn't right away.
Oh.
She gives Mortimer a chance.
The chefs.
She's like, show me that there's more to your necromancy
Okay.
than rotting groceries and terrified townsfolk.
Right.
She's basically challenging him.
Challenging him.
Yeah, to prove her wrong.
Okay, so what happens next?
Well, Mortimer is kind of thrown off by Lilith's visit.
Okay.
He's not used to having someone question his methods.
Right.
Especially not someone who's connected to the council.
Right.
the excerpts mention that he starts feeling this, like, unfamiliar sensation.
What is it?
Motivation.
Motivation?
Yeah, like Lilith's presence is actually motivating him.
Wow, okay.
To do something.
To do something other than...
Other than sit on his sofa.
Wow.
That's a miracle.
That's a big deal for him.
It is a huge deal for Mortimer.
Okay.
So he starts thinking about his necromancy in a new way.
A new way. Okay.
And it's not like he suddenly becomes this ambitious, power-hungry necromancer.
Right.
But there's a shift.
A shift?
Yeah, he's starting to see the possibilities.
Okay.
Beyond just pure convenience.
Okay, so does he come up with any new ideas?
Well, it starts with an accident.
Okay.
Horace is out doing some chores.
Right.
You know, per usual.
Right.
And he loses an arm.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it just kind of pops off. It's a zombie thing.
It's a zombie thing, okay.
So Mortimer's like, oh, great, now I gotta fix this.
Right.
But then he has this thought.
What is it?
What if I don't just reattach it?
Okay.
What if I repurpose it?
Repurpose the arm.
Yeah, like, what if I give Horace multiple arms? So he starts experimenting. He starts adding limbs to Horace.
Like extra arms?
Extra arms, extra legs.
Okay.
He even tries adding a tail at one point.
A tail?
Yeah, doesn't really work out.
Okay.
But the extra limbs, they're actually pretty useful.
Okay.
Horace can now do multiple chores at once.
Wow.
He's like a one-zombie cleaning crew.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's like Mortimer's finally found a way to maximize his laziness.
Oh, that's great.
By maximizing Horace's limbs.
So is Lilith impressed?
She's intrigued.
Intrigued.
Yeah, she's like, I didn't see that coming.
Right?
She starts working with Mortimer.
Working with him.
Yeah, they're like bouncing ideas off each other, pushing the boundaries of necromancy.
Okay.
They're going way beyond their textbooks.
Okay.
It's this weird collaboration between laziness and ambition.
Right.
And it's actually producing some pretty amazing results.
Wow.
They even managed to temporarily suppress Horace's hunger drive.
Really? How do they do that?
It's complicated. It involves a lot of chanting.
Okay.
And some very specific herbs.
Right.
But it works.
So they're making real progress.
They are. They're making breakthroughs.
Okay.
But it's not all smooth sailing.
Of course not.
There are still rumors spreading in the village.
Rumors.
Yeah, Agnes Grumbleton is still suspicious.
Agnes isn't ever going to let it go.
Never. She's like, I'm watching you, Mortimer.
Right.
And then there's this unsettling figure in black.
A figure in black.
Yeah, the excerpts mention him a few times.
Okay.
Lurking near Mortimer's property.
Lurking. Okay.
We don't know who he is, what he wants.
Right.
But he's clearly not a friendly neighbor.
Right.
Lilith is worried.
Worried about.
She's like, Mortimer.
Yeah.
You're playing with fire.
Right.
This is dangerous.
Yeah.
You need to be careful.
So they're starting to realize that their actions have consequences.
They do.
Okay.
They're attracting unwanted attention.
So what happens next?
Well, Agnes Grumbleton, she finally has enough.
Enough of what?
Of Mortimer and his shenanigans. She files an official complaint.
A complaint?
Yeah, with the Necromantic Council.
Oh, with the council?
Yep, and the council, they decide to send an investigator.
An investigator.
To check things out. Make sure Mortimer's not breaking any rules.
Okay.
And to see what all the fuss is about.
Okay, so who's the investigator?
His name is Mr. Thaddeus Blackwood.
Thaddeus Blackwood.
Thaddeus Blackwood, he is a very serious, dour man.
Okay.
Not known for his sense of humor.
So how does Mortimer react to this news?
He freaks out.
Of course he does.
He's like, oh no, the council's coming. They're going to shut me down. They're going to take away my zombies.
Right.
But Lilith, she's actually excited.
She's excited.
Yeah, she's like, this is our chance.
Our chance.
To show the council what we've been working on.
Okay.
To prove that Mortimer's necromancy isn't just about laziness.
So they have to prepare.
They do. They have to get everything ready.
For the investigator.
For Mr. Blackwood's arrival.
Okay.
It's a whirlwind of activity.
And Mortimer's
stressed.
Stressed, he doesn't like activity.
He hates it.
Yeah.
But he also doesn't want to lose his zombies.
Right.
So he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Okay, so the day of the inspection arrives.
Yes. Mr. Thaddeus Blackwood arrives at Mortimer's doorstep.
Okay.
And it's quite a sight.
What do you mean?
Well, Mortimer and Lilith have created this meticulously rehearsed chaos.
Meticulously rehearsed chaos.
Yes, exactly. So Horace is there.
Right.
Wielding like a dozen feather dusters.
Okay.
With his multiple arms.
Right.
There are skeletal forms doing yard work, like raking leaves and trimming hedges. It's all very choreographed.
Okay.
Very precise.
Right.
Like a macabre ballet.
Wow. So what does Blackwood think of all this?
He's speechless at first.
Speechless.
Yeah, he's never seen anything like it. But Mortimer, he's ready with his explanation.
Okay.
He's like Mr. Blackwood.
Yeah.
What you see here is not chaos.
Okay.
This is control.
Control.
Yes, precision.
Okay.
Cooperation.
Cooperation.
My undead are not mindless monsters.
Right.
They are a well-oiled machine
Right.
working together to
Right.
achieve a common goal.
And what if that goal?
Well, at that moment,
Yeah.
a zombie emerges from the house,
Okay.
carrying a silver platter
Okay.
with a perfectly arranged assortment of quiches.
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 Of course. Quiches.
Mortimer's favorite.
Oh, my God.
So yeah, it's a pretty impressive display.
So is Blackwood convinced?
Not entirely.
Okay.
He's still a bit disturbed by
Right.
the whole thing,
Okay.
but he can't deny that Mortimer has a certain
A certain what?
mastery
Mastery.
over his undead.
Right.
He's never seen anything like it.
So what happens?
He leaves.
He leaves.
Yeah, he says he needs to file a report
Okay.
with the council. He mumbles something about disturbing eccentricities.
Disturbing eccentricities.
Yeah, and then he just kind of like scurries off.
So it's not a clear victory.
No, it's not a victory,
Okay.
but it's not a defeat either.
It's a stalemate.
Yeah, stalemate.
Okay.
But there's a sense that things have changed.
How so?
Well, Mortimer, he's still lazy,
Okay.
but he's also kind of proud
Proud of...
what he's accomplished.
Okay.
Lilith, she's still ambitious,
Oh,
but she's also learned to appreciate
To appreciate what?
the beauty of a well-organized zombie workforce.
Right.
And the villagers.
What about the villagers?
They're still a bit scared,
Okay.
but they're also kind of used to it now.
Used to the zombies.
Used to the zombies, yeah. It's just become part of their lives.
Right.
Agnes Grumbleton even starts bringing Mortimer rhubarb pies.
Really?
Yeah, as a peace offering.
Wow.
Apparently the zombies are really good at pollinating her rhubarb patch.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so it's this weird,
Okay.
macabre harmony.
So what ultimately happens to the figure in black?
He vanishes.
He vanishes.
Yeah, after Blackwood's visit,
Okay.
he's never seen again.
So we never find out who he is
We don't.
or what he wanted.
Nope.
Okay.
It's one of those unanswered questions
Okay.
that just adds to the mystery.
The mystery of Mortimer Slinks.
Exactly.
So what's the takeaway from all of this?
Well, I think it's about finding comfort.
Comfort.
Yeah, comfort in the unexpected.
Okay.
Mortimer, he started out as this lazy necromancer,
Right.
just trying to make his life easier.
Right.
But through a series of accidents and challenges, he
Yeah.
ended up creating this
Yeah.
strange but strangely functional world
Right.
where the undead aren't just monsters.
Right.
They're part of the community.
They're the community. Okay.
And maybe that's not so bad.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of strangeness
Right.
is exactly what we need.
So what you're saying is
I'm saying
embrace the chaos.
embrace the chaos.
Embrace the zombie.
Embrace the zombies.
And maybe you'll get some free rhubarb pie.
And you never know, you might just get a really good rhubarb pie out of it.
That's right. All right. So thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode
Yes.
of the Drunken Zombies podcast. Make sure you rate and follow us
Do it.
wherever you get your podcasts. And until next time,
Stay spooky.
stay spooky.
And keep an eye on your pantry.
Keep an eye on your pantry. You
Yeah.
never know when a zombie might be craving a snack.
Especially a gluten-free organic snack.
That's right.